Hey guys. Hey, showing you a situation. I want to see what you think you should do here. Okay. When Leon gets this ball and we get to the corner, freeze. What do you think we should do? Okay. I give you a second to answer it. Right here. Do you think that there's a possibility for a shot in this situation? Do you think that there's a possibility for a back pass right here? If you said yes, is there a risk that if he passes it back, it might get picked off? If it does get picked off, is that a problem? Could that lead to a counterattack? So how do you fix that? How do you get open for that back pass? What angles are important, do you think? Okay. So if you said Zach needs to get the ball, where should Zach be? Should he be here? Should he be here? Should he be here behind? Okay. What should Zach be thinking about doing now? Okay. What do you think Zach should be doing? Or Zach, what do you think you should be doing? If you said playing into our pivot, that would be a great option, right? If Zach can get that ball and play it into Ben Stahl here. Did you get through their wall now? See how they're making like a 3-person wall? What does it take to get that ball, Zach? What does it take to play that ball, Leon? Does it take awareness? Does it take understanding? Do we understand that they're making a 3-person wall there and they're trying to make it difficult to go through that wall? If you can't go through it, you got to go around it. Okay? So, what if we were to try something like this? Ball into Zach, right? If Zach can't play it into Ben Stahl, who needs to be able to play it into Ben Stahl? Oh, interesting. If you said Joe, maybe you're right. Why is Joe the key here? Because if Joe stays back, how do we create an overload? What is an overload? How do we create an overload? And if you answered a 2v1, who do we want to create a 2v1 on? This guy? So what if we were to play it into Zach and Joe would creep up into this area, sneak, right? Without them seeing. Now, if we would have played it back to Zach, right? Joe would be up there unmarked. Could he shoot? Potentially. Would this person potentially come out to cover that shot? Potentially. And if this defender came out to cover Joe's shot because we swung it around them into Zach and then Joe is high here, would Ben Stahl potentially be open, unmarked in front of the goal? So what's the learning lesson here? If you get into these corners and you can't cross it, we need to swing around them. And can we keep our fixo back here? Because if Ben Stahl gets it here from Zach or Joe, who's the one that's trying to score? They have their wall here. We need to get a player into this position, whether it be Zach coming across, but most logically, wouldn't you think that maybe it would be, if Zach can play it into Ben Stahl or Joe can play it into Ben Stahl needs to lay it off. Would you agree? For a shot? Lay it off shot. Or if that player comes out, then Ben Stahl is open for that shot. I hope that made sense. I encourage you to ask questions if it doesn't make sense, because I want to be able to ask you, right? What do you do in this situation if you see 3 people blocking the cross? And I want you to say what? To swing it around, right? To get the fixo in deep, right? When I say deep, I mean, right? Get that fixo in high here, because then we're going around their wall. And by the time that they react to it, we'll already be shooting or putting it in to the middle. Hope that helps, guys. Right? This is a constant learning game. It's a intelligence game, right? And how do you are you born with intelligence? Or is it a learning thing? Is it seeing situations like this over and over and understanding them? Because if you understand them, you'll know what to do in the future. And then will you need me to tell you what to do? Or will you guys be able to see it and execute a way to solve the problem? If this is a problem, a math test, if this is a puzzle, how do you win the puzzle? You win the puzzle, like you said, by swinging it, getting your fixo, whoever that is, Joe, right? In this scenario, high here, finding into the pivot, right? Laying off to Joe, crossing it, or shooting it up here and having him come out, right? The goal is the answer, right? And your demonstration of knowledge is how you solve the riddle or the problem.